Mad Knicks, giving you a recap of tonight's game. Let's just get right into it, man. I ain't even gonna waste your time, man. This team, man, they never make it easy for you, man. As a fan, they never make it easy for you, man. But let's just get right into it, man. First quarter, I'll Google our returns. He had a missing toenail. We wasn't sure if he was gonna play or not tonight. I heard on Twitter they was talking about him might missing 4 or 5 weeks. That's the timeline for the specific diagnosis that he has. And missing a toenail, it takes 4 or 5 weeks. So, that ended up not happening. So he ended up returning today. Great. We got OG. We had a good early start. Really early, to be honest with you. I mean, the first couple minutes making in a few threes, a layup or two, things like that. Then started to go downhill pretty much a little bit. Missing threes. Started complaining about the non-calls. They scored 8 straight points against us mid-first quarter. Complaining about non-calls. We're not making in threes, and then they're scoring. Then we're giving up open threes. The usual Knicks diet of giving up wide open threes. Some bright spots. Mitch is getting confidence. Like slowly, it's been this way for the past couple games where it's like, instead of him looking to kick out for the three, or instead of him looking to just pass the ball and look confused, he's dribbling the ball, he's putting the ball on the ground, he's taking it to the rim. Like, he's actually being offensive, man. Like, he had a dribble move in that first quarter, gets to the rim, he got fouled, he made it in free throws. He did it a couple times tonight. So it's like, all right, Mitch. Like, Mitch is getting a little bit more confidence with putting the ball on the ground. We went 10 deep early, man. We was in the Twitter spaces. NYC Mentality had a Twitter space last night, and we was all talking about it. And one of the gentlemen on there was posing that question. What's the minute allocation going to be like? Who's going to play for what, for how long, etc.? I think tonight was very kind of unique. OG, he played, but he doesn't look himself. So, he kind of went 10 deep today, and then you got struggling games. You had bad games from a few players, man. So we kind of went 10 deep very early, which was Shamit, Jose, Mitch, Shohan, Diawara. Second quarter, I like Alvarado's energy. When he comes in, like, he really energizes that second unit, man. And he is probably the one person that's looking to find Cat. He's the one person that's really making it like a point of emphasis to really get Cat involved. Everybody else is kind of just like, all right, Cat, well, we'll get to you. And Jose is like, nah, I'm specifically trying to get Cat involved. Him and Kolik did that as well, but I really like Alvarado's energy, especially in that early second quarter. Mitch was getting more offensive in that second quarter. He was getting way more offensive in that second quarter. We couldn't make a three, man. Especially that first half, we was 1 for 15. I think we missed 15 in a row. We got them as 15 or 16 in a row, but we only made it 1-3 up until that point. And that was a Jalen Brunson early first quarter three. We could not making a three, man. And then they jump out to a 10-point lead late. It was like a lot of like weird stuff going on. It would always be a loose ball, and then they catch it and they make a three. We'll lose Duncan Robinson. Kate Cunningham started to fry us in the end of that second quarter. Like, it was a little bit of everything. Like, it wasn't like they were just beating us. It's like we couldn't get nothing going on. And there was a lot of, I mentioned in one of my notes, it was a lot of loose ball, serendipitous plays where a ball happens, it gets tipped up in the air, someone tips it out to someone, they catch it, Duncan Robinson makes in a three, or Javonte Green makes in a three, or Jenkins making a three, or Cade making a three. It was a ton of that happening tonight. That's why they say it's better to be lucky than good, man. Terrible job containing Cade. It seems like we play like we're so afraid of his pass, and it leads to a swing three. But you can't be afraid of that. You can't be afraid of that, man. You got to contain him with reckless abandon, and you got to get back on your man as fast as you can, man, and so you can contain the three as well. It's going to be a tough job, but let's be real. Even with Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart, all they really have is Cade. So you really got to cut the head of the snake first, man. You got to really contain him, man. But he had his way, man. Especially in that second quarter. They was finding Cat early in the third quarter. I like that. He had a 3-pointer. He had he did a little bounce pass to him. He cut to the rim at Yammies. So they started to really try to find them a little bit more in that third. And then as I said, man, third quarter, we kept losing Duncan Robinson. We might have lost Duncan Robinson 3-4 times to a three. He just kept being wide open for a tip out three or a loose ball three. It just kept happening. We was not getting points from OG and Mikal, and I specifically said this on last night's Spaces, Twitter Spaces. Shout out to NYC Mentality. We need OG and Mikal's points. People want to keep bringing up all these other players who only give us 15 minutes a game, 20 minutes a game, if that. Some of them don't even make that. They want to bring up Tyler Kolek and Jordan Clarkson, and they want to bring up Shohan. How's he going to play? All of that is cool and all. Our two starters that are playing 35, 37 plus minutes a game have to contribute. Now, OG's coming from a toe injury. Cool. He got a pass. He don't, but he do. Mikal, I'm tired of Mikal with this, man. We can't have it to where you're playing 25 minutes, but you're finishing with 8 points, 4 for 9 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3. Come on. And really, he probably would have played more minutes, but they kind of benched him. I mean, the coach kind of benched him. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You got to be aggressive. Like, you got to do more than this. You got to do something more. Like, I mean, I literally said this yesterday, and everybody was like kind of like agreeing, but not really agreeing. It was like in the middle, and it's like, no, it's Kolek, and no, it's Cat's defense, and it's OG and Mikal. We need their points. This doesn't work without their points. And not even to mention if Cat is not having a great day, or they're not finding him, or Josh is not having a really good scoring day, or we're not getting points from Shaman, let alone from that. But even if all those things were in place and they were having good games, you still need OG and Mikal Bridges points, man. It's very important. Without their points, we're not going to get anywhere. And with their points, we can win the championship. Defense is cool and all, but you got to score one more point more than your opponent to win. Let's just, come on, man. Let's call it what it is. I said it, man. A lot of serendipitous points. That third quarter was no different. A couple loose balls that led to a three. A loose ball leads to an extra rebound, an extra possession, at least an extra shot or a putback, or it was a bunch of those against us, man. They was getting that all second quarter and a whole lot more in the third quarter. And K started cooking, man. He started going 1v1 and he was frying, man. He was frying us. OG guarded him. He was frying OG. OG clearly doesn't look right. You know what I mean? Even he was kind of limping a little bit. He's missing a toenail. All right. Shohan guarded him, did good for a second. Then K started cooking a little bit. Jose Alvarado guarded him, but Jose did good. I kind of like that a little bit. I want them to explore that a little more, but it's only a matter of time before they get him in the blender, get him in the post, put him in the blender. It's only a matter of time. So that third quarter was basically what that was. Fourth quarter, we wasn't getting nothing from anybody, man. Like, when I look at this whole game and I really look at it, we wasn't getting nothing from no one. And I mean, I really have to say no one. But tonight, we needed Super Jalen. We needed Super Jalen tonight. He had 33 tonight, 12 from 20, 3 for 7 from 3. So the points look good. Even Cat points look good. 21, 7 for 14, 11 rebounds. But Jalen specifically, his points look good, but at no point did he impose his will on this game. At no point was he the Jalen that we have come used to for the past couple years. With Jalen, people got to be careful for what they wish for, man. And you want Jalen to look for players a lot more and not call his own number, and ball movement, egalitarian kind of teamwork. Everybody gets a little share. Everybody gets a little cool. But you stripping away his superpower when you do that, man. And we need Jalen to be Jalen. Let's not get it twisted, man. Cat is not Jalen. OG is not Jalen. Mikal is not Jalen. 30 to 35% of this offense should be Jalen Brunson. I'm just gonna keep it real. I want him to be going crazy and get in that rhythm and motion to be going crazy. Cause tonight game was that kind of game. Cade was cooking. Jalen needed to cook right with him. We needed to go basket for basket as long as we can. We needed that tonight, man. We needed that tonight, man. And at no point did he impose his will really on this game. And it wasn't like, well, they was guarding him hard, and they were, but really, mainly to be honest with you, nobody was doing anything. So it was easy for them to double him. It was easy for them to really key in on him because we were not making no open threes. We was 8 for 35 from three tonight. We couldn't make a three. And most of those threes that led to those 8 threes made was at the end of the game. Nobody played good tonight, man. Nobody played good. Nobody. We didn't get nothing from Josh. He wasn't flying all over the place like how we normally, like we need him to, and like what he normally does. Shamit couldn't make a three. Jose couldn't make a three. Mikal made a 3 or 2. OG was frigid from 3 all game today. Cat, I mean, we didn't really get much of nothing, man. Detroit, they have a hard on for the Knicks. They felt embarrassed from last year. We fried them. We spanked them last year. And them and the Detroit fans are all looking at these regular season games and going, yeah, like, yeah. And it's like, look, for the Detroit fans, relax. Because I did say that. Listen, this is a disappointing loss. There's no way taking away from that. I still have us in a 7-game series, man. Like, I literally said this on last night's Twitter Spaces. They said, yo, we're going to beat Detroit. Everybody's like, yeah, we're going to beat Detroit. And I said, listen, I say we're going to lose. We're going to lose. But Knicks fans, don't get crazy over this loss. I had a feeling we was going to lose. OG got the toe injury. We don't have Deuce McBride. That's another piece of firepower that we don't have. We're coming fresh off of an All-Star break. Hey, this could go either way, man. And, you know, this team gets up for us and we don't get up for them, at least not in the regular season. Now, when the playoffs come around, this Knicks team does turn it up a lot. I mean, that's not a great thing. I'm not saying that as a cop-out or it's good that we're not turning up on them. We should be turning up on them, but we don't, and we haven't been. Last year, we struggled against them in the regular season. But Detroit fans, please relax. We need you to win a playoff series first. You haven't won a playoff series since, 2008? Just chill, please. And the same token, you got to give them their credit, man. They beat us 3 times this year, man. They beat us 3 times, man. So it is what it is, man. I mean, look, maybe this was a close game. Maybe it sounded a lot closer. To me, it really wasn't. At no point in this game did I feel like we was going to win today. At no point in the game did I just go, you know what, we're a run away from winning it. We never had a run in us tonight. And the one thing that I will say is, yes, people say, yo, we can't beat Detroit, and we haven't beat them this season, obviously. But it wasn't something that they were doing that, like, I'm like, strategically, schematically, that made me go, oh my God, I'm worried. Not really. They just played harder. So we got to play harder too. And we got to make an out shot. Only 8 threes the whole game. You ain't going to win like that. It's not happening. And our defense wasn't that bad per se. Now, Cade was cooking, but you could let Cade cook. If Cade wants to score 40, let him. Cool. But Jalen has to match it, and nobody else can't score. Like, that's kind of how it has to go. It's just a tough one, man. I mean, as I said, I said that last night for everybody not to go crazy if we lose tonight. I'm not going to go crazy, but of course I would have liked to win tonight's game. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? And this is not a team that I'm looking at and I'm going, oh my God, like they're a juggernaut and we just don't have an answer for them. We do, but in all 3 games, we never really took it to them. I could understand if we lost and like last year, Boston team, we lost that last game and we took it to them. I think we got it to overtime, or it was a late game in the season and we was going back and forth and they end up winning, but at least we went hard. At no point this season in all 3 games we played against Detroit, we never went right back at them, man. I don't know what to make of it, man. But I'm not going to get so crazy about it, man. We have a rough 10-game stretch starting tonight. So we're on this 10-game stretch. I picked us to go 7-3. I picked 7-3, so we're already off to a tough start. Our next game's against Houston. We gotta bring it, man. We gotta bring it, man. We can't have this, man. Especially coming off of an All-Star break. Everybody's well rested. So, Mad Knicks here, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know how y'all feeling, man. Follow me on @KMoores_ on Twitter. Be covering the Rockets game. And we up out of here, man. Peace.